The moon is the brightest and largest object in our night sky. It makes the Earth a more livable climate for all of us here. But before we can talk about the moon, we'll need a visual aid. 1 second. Watch this. That's no moon. 1 second. Now that's better. Possibly formed due to a Mars-sized object colliding with the Earth and cleaving away a certain amount of its crust. The moon is the only other stellar body on which humans have set foot. Now, the moon rotates at the same speed that it revolves around the Earth. This is called synchronous rotation. So, this is why when you look up into the night sky, you always see the same face of the moon. The crust varies in thickness, from about 43 miles on the moon's near side hemisphere to about 93 miles, give or take, on the far side. It's made up of oxygen, magnesium, calcium, aluminum, silicon, and iron, with small amounts of titanium, thorium, potassium, and even uranium. Don't tell the government. The mantle extends from the top of the partially molten layer to the bottom of the moon's crust. It's most likely made up of minerals like olivine, pyroxene, which are made up of magnesium, iron, oxygen atoms, silicon. Lacking an atmosphere capable of protecting it from impacts, a steady rain of asteroids and comets strike the surface of the moon and have left it pockmarked. It is the far side of the moon that is far more ravaged by this phenomena, being that it is continually facing outward from the planet. It has served as a sort of shield, protecting us from some of the potential life-ending impacts that could have occurred here on Earth. In the past 20 years, we have made some miraculous discoveries on the moon. We used to believe that it was simply a lifeless body just floating above our planet. But in 2008, we made a definitive discovery, an Indian mission which detected hydroxyl molecules spread across the lunar surface and concentrated at the poles, finally drew the conclusion that there is, in fact, water on the moon.
Now, as for when we'll be going back, there's a multitude of private entities, each having their own unique goal. One of these entities is known as SpaceX. Now, their ultimate goal is to have a human colony exist on Mars. But, as you can understand, with a goal that massive, there's plenty of stepping stones along the way. The first of these stepping stones for SpaceX is to land on the moon. Now, there's a mission scheduled for 2024 where human beings will once again go to the moon. Imagine what that'll be like. A moment that only is mirrored by the experience that our parents and grandparents went through watching Apollo 11. At that moment, we'll be able to learn more about the moon than we ever have before. And coupled with the miraculous discoveries made in the recent decade, I expect we're going to have a lot of excitement coming our way in 2024.